Okay, so it's 7Envy here, and this is my 4th blog, and I just came out of reading a Reddit post called Petition We Need a 3v3 Rank Solo Queue, and this is going to be my honest opinion on it, and honestly, no, they can't put that in. I would probably stop playing 3s. I'd probably just stick to range 3s, but I wouldn't play solo queue 3s, and here are my opinions on it. So, solo queue 3s, it's a mess. 3 snowballs a lot. Like, if you play 3s and you get the lead, you start snowballing a lot. And also, my first blog, I do talk about how Smite isn't really common in normal games because of that solo queue mentality. So if you haven't seen that blog, go ahead and check it out. I'm just going to briefly describe what happens about it. So typically, what happens is that in solo queue, people have that solo queue mentality, so they stay to their lanes. So invading, it doesn't really happen. In arranged 3s, in high elo, it happens a lot. Because you want to try and dominate the enemy jungler to get out of their jungle, and then you end up potentially just zone them out and add immense amounts of pressure, and the game just starts going downhill for the enemy team. Because their jungler is zoned, that means you have tons of pressure on top lane and mid or bot lane to do whatever they want, and it just keeps on snowballing. So yeah, rank 3 solo queue, no, I wouldn't see that happening. Like, it might help the 3s community, but the thing is, it's probably not. People are probably going to start raging more on 3s, because, oh yeah, top lane overextended and got ganked. This map is extremely small, and there are no wards. So, if someone fucks up a Mia, because honestly, you need map awareness for 3s. You gotta have that sixth sense that the jungler is gonna come for you, and you have to get the fuck out of top lane, because the jungler is honestly coming. To be a good 3s player, you have to have that sixth sense. You have to know when the ganks are coming. Then you counter gank. That's what I do when I have jungle. But honestly, solo queue 3s is gonna be a mess. The top is gonna blame the jungle for not ganking. The bot is gonna blame top for feeding and whatever, and it's gonna be a cycle of just rage. Because honestly, solo queue 3s it's really I talk to a lot of people, and they tell me that for 3s, it's all about team coordination and team comps, and rather than mechanical skill, and that's completely true. If you ever played 3s, you could have subpar mechanics and face say for example a team of platinums in solo queue. They have platinum mechanics, they aren't the best at last hitting, aren't the best at using their champions, versus an all diamond 2 or 1 team. They have diamond mechanics, but the thing is, they play like solo queue. They just go to the top lane, yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna push, farm, freeze, and freezing. I really don't like freezing unless it completely zones the enemy, but freezing, it's a lot of things from solo queue. But yeah, what happens is that I believe that the platinum team, who has more coordination and actually has a team comp, where the diamond team has a solo queue mentality with just solo queue champions with no team comp, I honestly think the platinum team could steamroll just because of the overall just coordination of the team. Because if you have that jungle, who cares if you're platinum 1 mechanic jungle ganks? You're still gonna get that gank, where the enemy jungle's like, oh, I'm still getting my double golems, I'll come in 10 to 15 seconds. That time it's too late. But if you have that team coordination, and that jungler's like, okay, alright, you want me to come counter gank bot? I'm coming right now. So yeah, you won't see a lot of that in solo queue 3v3. And frankly, I don't know. I cringe at the fact that people actually think that solo queue will actually revive Twisted Treeline. And the thing is, it might for the first month, but then people will start hating it because they'll probably have shitty experiences with OP champions. They don't know what's OP, I don't know. So yeah, that's just my opinion, because I honestly think the community is too lazy to get up 2 other people, because there is a 3v3 chat. So if you guys don't know about it, it's honestly 3v3, the number 3v3. You just type that chat, into your thing. And honestly, there are actually people there that ask to play threes. So if you actually want to get involved in the threes community, get your lazy ass off of Reddit and stop talking about the solo queue garbage, and honestly just pick up a team, start playing, learn the game, and eventually when you learn the game, honestly, if you have the right mechanics and the mindset and the time to learn the game, you can honestly hit Diamond and Challenger really quickly. Like if you were, let's say, a silver player in threes, but you have the mechanics of like a platinum or diamond player or even gold player, you can honestly just start learning the map, learning a couple of champions, figuring out team comps, watching other people playing threes, and you could honestly just pick up the game and eventually hit diamond or potentially challenger. So yeah, that's my little rant. I cringe at the fact that there is a solo queue threes, or if there is going to be a solo queue threes, I would quit threes. Like, I'd be like, oh man, I'm not playing threes. It's too much hype. There's too much solo queue mentality. It's just like, man, what happened to the good old days when you got 2 other people and let's just play threes, man. But yeah, that's my little rant and my opinion. And yeah, hope you guys like listening to this and have a great day.